I'll begin.
I wanted to talk about one movie term. So we were talking about last week. You know the Wilhelm Scream, right?
Yeah.
So did you look it up?
Yeah, I did. I looked it up last week because I did not know that term.
So the Wilhelm Scream started out in a movie called, I think it's called
Distant Drums.
Distant Drums. So the guy got killed and they had him record that scream. And then a few movies later, it was like 3 movies later, because it became a stock sound effect. And I didn't even really understand that because I knew stock footage and I know stock music, stock sound effects, of course, where anybody can use them. And back in the 70s, so here's the Wilhelm Scream. See if you can hear that.
I think I could play it.
Did you hear? You didn't hear it when I just did it?
No.
Oh, I can hear it. I guess I can only hear it in my earphones.
There you go. Yeah, you'd probably have to unplug your headphones and play it. You want me to do it? Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very recognizable.
Let's see.
So Ben Burt, he was the sound effects.
What we'll do is have David edit it in. It's been in a ton of movies, didn't they? It was in Star Wars, wasn't it?
No, I guess I can't even play it. Okay, so I was hoping we could just play it on here, but I guess not. I thought we could let the audience hear it. But,
well, we'll have David edit it in, and the audience will be able to hear it.
Okay, so Ben Burt was the sound effects editor for Star Wars, and he got an Oscar for it. He's like the guru of sound effects. He found it, and he knew it from the movie. It was a movie a little while after
Distant Drums.
After Distant Drums, and the character named Corporal Wilhelm got killed with that scream.
Wilhelm! Yeah, I'll just fill my pipe.
And that's why he called it the Wilhelm Scream. And he had it in Star Wars, and then George Lucas remembered that and had it. I'm sure it's in every Star Wars movie, and it's in every Raiders movie. I heard it's in over 400 films now. You can really recognize. In fact, I heard it very blatantly in The Naked Gun recently. So it's become, a lot of movie buffs know it just because it's because of that story. But I just love, that kind of Hollywood trivia, because now if you know it, you can, if you've watched a movie in your life, you've heard it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that it was a pre-recorded scream.
Yeah, right. I guess that's not, I'll never forget. I wish more movies did this, because the Toy Story 3 or Toy Story 2, when it came out on DVD, they had a track that you could listen to that was just sound effects with no voices or music. And it was ridiculous. I mean, there was never a moment there wasn't something being, some sound being, you wouldn't even think, shoes walking on the floor, squeaking on the, all kinds of stuff. And I thought it was fascinating. And I thought, well, look at something like the Transformers, which, won Oscars also for their sound effects editing. You can't imagine how much sound effects are in a movie. You don't even notice.
I have a really good friend who is a Foley artist, and that's a real art. And he's won Academy Awards, but one of the things he had to do when they did Planet of the Apes. He works for Sony, and he was doing Planet of the Apes. He had to travel around the country to zoos and record monkey noises.
Yeah.
And then
So cool.
he just did the new Happy Gilmore, and he had to record golf swings. Like he went and he would record the golf ball whizzing by, like with a big microphone. He'd go out on the golf course and he would go record that stuff.
So those kind of things right there, aren't there stock versions of that already?
There are, but sometimes you want something so specific you don't want to go into stock. And then I think it's on the DVD, but the Dark Knight has a whole thing because I think it won for sound. They have a whole short where they show you like how many sounds they added in, and they use that chase scene where he's on the motorcycle and he wraps up the semi truck.
He missed.
And the sound in it is incredible. Like it's just you would think, oh well, we'll just record the sound of when that happens, but that's not enough. You have to add all this stuff. And Foley art is real. It's a real artwork.
That's not all he's lost.
I've seen a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Speaking of The Simpsons has a pretty cool documentary where they show how they do the sounds of that. And the person who does the sound has like one of those keyboards that looks like a guitar, a keytar, and will play the sounds as they watch the Simpsons episode. We'll play different sounds and stuff, and they add it in. It's really crazy.
In this tender scene, Travis carefully notes each effect needed for the scene.
The first sound would be her actual hand hitting his chest, so I use the watermelon for the scene because it approximates the size of a chest cavity, and inside is really wet and gooey. I chose a celery break to represent the tendons of the heart.
Travis plays a guitar.
Say they need a multitude of effects or footsteps to happen on C, D, E, F, G. Instead of being those notes, I have footstep 1, footstep 2, 3, 4, and then I just watch picture and play a note.
Wow, it's movie magic.
I have a boyfriend.
But that's a real artwork and a real skill.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love finding that kind of stuff out because if you're watching a movie, you don't even notice that. Sometimes I don't even notice a soundtrack of a movie at the first time I watch it. Sometimes I do, but it's got it just orchestral music and stuff. It turns out to be classic. Sometimes it just goes by me because you're just too busy watching the movie.
Sunrise creeping over the San Gabriel Hills. Another Tuesday morning, time to get our thrills. Zander and Jeff.
A man getting bit by an alligator and he screams. Okay, quiet. Hey, quiet. Stood out towards me. Okay, right. Oh! Oh! The first one you did up here was much better. Oh! No, not an owl. A real scream of pain. Oh!